So, what I think really helped me are a few main things. One, being very grateful for the friendships that I do have or the relationships that I have in my life in general. So, if you have literally no friends, which I don't expect, but let's just say hypothetically, you're sitting here like, right, I got no friends, then being grateful for any type of love or relationships that you have in your life. And then also not forcing friendships to be something that they're not or putting pressure on a friendship to be something that it's not. That's something that I have been guilty of, and all that does is, anyways, just not doing that. And then also not becoming too attached, excited, or like fiending for when you are presented with a potential friendship. Because, for example, when I've made a video a while ago about manifesting friends, and I had some new people come into my life, and I was really excited about it. I was like, "Oh, this could be the friend group," you know. But I was also like, now, not to clarify, not that I don't have a friend group. I just have, I mean, now I have one in adulthood, but at the time I still hadn't found like an adult friend group, like a friend group that I didn't make back in high school. You know, it's nice to have people at different points in your life. I love all of my friends, but I really wanted someone that, people that knew me for who I am now and stopped trying to kind of attach old traits and things from the past, because I'm a very different person from who I was, and I had been really struggling to find people that are like here with me. Like, love the relationships that I have, but I was really like, I've grown and changed, and I want people that match that. So, anyways, when I had first, I shouldn't say first, but the first materialization, I guess let's call it that, of me getting my friend group. You know what I mean? I was really excited, but I was like, I don't want to, I'm not trying to force anything or whatever. And then that friend group ended up kind of, I don't want to say like that because I actually still talk to them, but like not very often. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking for like friends, like people that I could see and be with. You know what I mean? And so I, made my efforts, put stuff in the chat, things we can do, whatever. I was trying, doing my part, but not fiending and being okay if like this isn't it and this doesn't become what you want it to be. And that's how I'm also approaching the friends that I have now. So that is still like in existence, but we, like I said, we don't talk much. But then I was like, that's okay, because another friend group will come along or other friends will come along, and they have. So since then, I ended up connecting with another friend that I'm really close with, and we really resonate, and I love her. And she introduced me to her friends, and so that's kind of like a friend group now, and they're looking to be more of what I was looking for in terms of like communication frequency and the things that we do. But also in between there, I had met another person, like people kept popping up. And I had met another person, and I was really excited about that. And I had, made my efforts in messaging and stuff, but not overly trying to make something work, and just being like, bro, if this doesn't work, then this doesn't work. You know what I mean? So easier said than done, but I think with the friendship manifestation, it was easier because, hold on, this dog distracted me. It was easier because there's not as much of a time crunch. You know what I mean? Like with money, there's usually, you're like, okay, I need the money. But with like friends, I was able to be very trusting, which now I'm talking about this is probably even another lesson for myself, because prior to manifesting friends, I couldn't find anybody into spirituality. It was so hard to find people. I had Bumble friends and stuff, and just shit wasn't happening. And then when I decided to be just focus on what I have, being grateful for the friends that I have, doing my visualizations, and then I did put post a post in like a Facebook group and stuff. Like, there is some action, but the action should be coming from like a, oh, this is a good idea, or why don't I try this, and not a maybe this will work energy. That's how I feel with like when I talk about manifesting clear skin. When I manifested my clear skin back, it wasn't that I didn't use any type of product. It's just more that I was just like, whatever, I don't care what I see in the mirror. I know things will work out. And then if there was a product or something that I had saw or heard, and I'm not talking about like an ad gripping me in, I mean like a conscious choice of like, why don't I add this to this? This is a good idea or whatever. It's not that you don't do anything or use anything or sign up for anything. It's just the place that it comes from and what makes you decide to do it. Is it like a, oh, why don't I try this discoloration serum? Or, oh, why don't I put a message in this Facebook group? Or is it like, I gotta figure something out? You know what I mean? So, all I have to say to give you like steps or whatever on the manifesting friends thing is just really coming to a place of being grateful for, well, and I know that can be annoying to hear that, but that is what I did, is really being grateful for the friends and relationships that I have in my life, express my love to them. I did visualize having friends and tried to feel and embody that as much as I did, like having new friend groups. And I also really dead ass believe in my visualization. So when I'm in it, I'm like, this place is real. Like I just teleported here. Like when I close my eyes and I get into that zone, this is real. This is not my imagination. That's how I see it. Um, and I didn't fiend. And anytime, when friends and stuff was presented to me in real life, I wasn't like, this is it. I was just like, this may be it. And if it's not, the universe is just going to keep bringing people to me. But having that vibe of, hey, what's for me is for me, I think is a huge factor. So, yeah, be grateful, visualize, and I I guess I don't even want to say aligned action anymore because the conversation we just had, but I guess like aligned action. But I hope that's helpful. And then if it's not, just like comment and I'll make another video.